So we didn't get past the semi-finals of the playoffs. However, I would argue this is the best transfer window we've ever had because of that. Roll the intro. No, I won't stop. Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta save on Football Manager 2020. I am Cultured Left Foot and it's a pleasure to have you with me. If you're enjoying the series, please do leave a like. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying this series and anything else that's on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Yes, so I think we've had a very, very good transfer window. We were still given no money. The original budget was zero, and we have zero left. However, wage budget is good. 51,000. We've got £3,000 roughly, just under, left. More about £2,000, I guess, with the wage budget. And we have brought in some very good people. We've already played one game this year. We've played one game, the opening game of the season, which was against Plymouth, because I wanted to show you the QPR game, because they're one of the favourites to go up. So we have already played one game already. So if we look at the schedule, friendly-wise, it was a mixed bag. We played some big teams, some small teams. Basically, we lost to the big teams, beat the smaller teams, and that was about it, really. We ended on a massive high, beating Hive 9-0, which is incredible. And I've just realised if I click on these, I might show you some new signings we've got. So I don't really want to do that. We didn't score against Tottenham. There you go. Although you can see the lineups. Get off this page, Dave. Get off this page. So yes. So what we'll do, as per usual, we'll go through the transfers. So first up, Emilio Pizzicanella joins us. He was one of the ones we got, one of the Argentinians that comes in. He's in the under-23s. We probably won't see too much about him. He's got some okay stats, not the best, but he is £850 a week. Isn't that much now compared to what we're paying other people, which we'll get onto in a minute. But yeah, 23 years old, Argentinian, comes in, can play all along the spine of the team. He may get a cup game every so often. He's tall at 6'3". He's good. I think the under-23s will be his level. He's got 2 assists in 3 games for the under-23s. So there obviously is some skill there. We'll just have to wait and see what he does. Next up, the other pre-arranged Argentinian striker we had, Fernando Cabrera, is here. £950 a week. Great finishing, good pace. I think he'll be pretty useful as a bit of a backup to our strikers that we have, which is good. He's doing alright, non-competitive, again in friendlies. He scored 1, played in 8 of the friendlies, mainly as a sub, which I think is what we'll see him throughout the year. But it gives us another option off the bench, something that I'm very excited about. And I mean, composure's pretty rubbish, but composure and off the ball need to be better to probably be at this level. But I think on a 1-year contract, bringing in an Argentinian like this, £950 a week isn't that much for a League One team. So I think we'll see how he gets on. He may be loaned out in January or something like that if he doesn't get much game time, but he's quick, he can score goals. We'll see how he gets on. So joining after his loan deal, Will Reddy joins from Derby County. We had him on loan, played really well last season, and we picked him up on a free transfer when his contract expired. And I'm very excited by this. £750 a week, only listed as a breakthrough prospect, so if he doesn't play, he shouldn't be too upset. But great physical stats, really good, like 10s and 11s where he needs them in the technical stats. Mental isn't too bad either. And if he can replicate the form we had last year, getting a 7.08, I'll be very, very happy. So Will Reddy is permanently now a Folkestone Invicta player, which is great. And his contract is for 2 years as well, which is really good. So we don't have to renew it this year, and we can see how he's progressing and how it's getting along. Next up, Callum Davies, a youngster, joins us, 19 years old, Welsh under-21 international, 2 caps, 2 goals for Wales under-21s. Bought in from Man United, if I remember, on a free transfer when he got released, so we snapped him up. Can play centre midfielder or a striker, more of a central midfielder. Great passing stats, good determination, so should progress pretty well. Vision is okay. Vision's very good, sorry. Teamwork and work rate need to be better, but off the ball's decent for a midfielder. Good stamina, so he can run up and down. Good first touch. I think he'll progress into something very, very useful. Probably won't get too much out of him this year, but he does have a 2-year contract, so we'll see how he gets on. Never represented Man United, played a lot of non-competitive football for them, doing okay, 6.96, 6.78, 6.84, 6.66. So the more games he got, the better he played for Man United under 23s, and at the moment, he's doing okay. He's doing okay for the non-competitive side of us. He's in the first team, may go down to under 23s, but he is expecting to be a regular starter, which It's something I'm not too sure about, but we'll see how it gets on. Next up, centre-back Cesar Costanzo, another Argentinian who comes in. This guy was signed from Rosario Central on a free transfer. Great heading, great marking, great tackling, good leadership, good bravery, good concentration. This guy has everything. He's 6'4", good jumping reach, good fitness, pace is decent for a centre-back. He's got everything you need other than positioning to excel at this level, and I mean excel. I think he's going to be incredibly good for us at the back. He will be one of our starting 3 centre-backs for the majority of the season, and I also can't see us holding on to him beyond this season. I think someone will come and buy him for that £750,000 release clause from a higher division. Of course, if we get promoted, it will make it a bit easier to do it, but he's here. He's on a 2-year contract, £3,500 a week, so he really better perform, but everyone rates him very highly. Current ability is good, potential ability is good, and Argentinian comes in at centre-back. Very, very happy to have him on board. Next up, we needed a new goalkeeper because Graciak has moved on a free transfer, and here he is. We brought in Will Dennis to be our new number 1. 1.7k a week. Aerial reach is good. He's 6'2". He's got lots of blues across that board, which is good. Doesn't really like to punch the ball. Reflexes are a bit poor, and rushing out's a bit crap for a sweeper keeper on 8. But overall, I think he's pretty good. Communication could be better, but the stats are all there to suggest he's going to be a decent keeper for us. 2 clean sheets in the 2 friendlies that he played, and 1 clean sheet in the league so far in the game against Plymouth, which we won 1-0. We've signed him from Nottingham Forest on a free transfer. Bit of a risk because he had 2 games in the Championship and played well, and then had 7 games in the National League and didn't play very well. But I'm hoping he can come in and step up from where Graciak has left, because God, was Graciak good. Yeah, and I miss him. I miss him a lot. Next up, ex-Premier League Norwich fullback Sam Byram has joined us as our new starting right wing-back. Very excited. He is a bit injury-prone. We'll have to see how he gets on. £2,000 a week, I think, is an absolute bargain for someone of his quality. 31 years old. Look at that blue. It's ridiculously good. Still pretty quick. Still got good fitness. Work rate's good. Positioning's good. Teamwork's good. Marking's good. Passing's good. Technique's good. Crossing and dribbling's good. Composure's good. He's everything we want from a fullback. And I think on a 1-year deal, I saw that as a pretty much a no-brainer. He's come from Sheffield Wednesday, so he actually went to Norwich, then moved to Sheffield Wednesday, and now has joined us. So he's dropped down the divisions a couple of times, but did it in the Championship 2 seasons ago. Should be able to do it in League One this year. He will be our starting right wing back with Woodward as backup now. But I'm excited. I'm excited to have him in, and I'd be very surprised if he doesn't play well, and I'll be very surprised if he doesn't get a new 1-year contract after playing well towards the end of the season. And then we've bought in on £3,000 a week Moldovan international, nearly 100 caps for Moldova. We've bought in Arta Ionita, I think is how you would say it. And oh my God, those mental stats are ridiculously good for League One. Nothing below a 10 in this mental stat, and even then it's flair, which he doesn't really need, and leadership, which is amazing. Great positioning, great passing, teamwork, vision, work rate, balance is great, determination is good, decisions, composure, bravery, aggression, anticipation, first touch. This guy, the board are a little bit unhappy with how much we're paying him a week, £3,000 a week for a year. But again, on a year, I just think it's ridiculously good. It's a no-brainer. Signed from Blackburn in the Championship, right? In the Championship, got a 6.83. He should rip up League One. He really should. He doesn't need pace. He's just a playmaker sitting in the middle of the park. Doesn't need the pace. Doesn't need the acceleration to get around. Just needs to be able to pick those passes. Has had total fees of 3.82 million over his career. He's played at Serie A. He's played in Moldova. He's played in Switzerland, and now he's come to England. He had a few appearances in the Premier League as well. So great experience, and he's signed for Folkestone. I think this guy could be key to us going up this year. I think he's going to be absolutely incredible. Really like the stats, really excited about it. And he's got 1 game and a 7.5 without an assist, which I think is ridiculously good. And as you can see, has played in Nations League and World Cup qualification as well. So all in all, very, very happy. And then last but not least, at the moment, because there may be some more signings because the window hasn't shut, we've bought in this guy. How ridiculously good is he for League One? He's worth 2.5 million, 4.5 grand a week, an important player, 2-year contract we've got him on. Signed from River Plate? Yeah, River Plate on a free transfer. 1 appearance, 1 goal, 1 player of the match, an 8.3. He's 6'4". He can jump, he can finish, he can dribble, he can head, he can shoot from range. Can't really pass, but don't worry about that. He's good teamwork, got a good work rate, good off the ball, great determination, good decisions. Composure could be better, but bravery, he should bang in the goals. In League One, he should absolutely bang in the goals. Somehow, he never played for River Plate. He's never played for them. Dropped down to League One, which I would suggest is quite a drop from the Argentinian Premier Division to us. And he's in, and he's very, very good. And I'm very, very happy that we managed to get him. 4.4 thousand pounds a week is a lot of money, but we're still below our wage budget, so it doesn't matter. But that's the ins. On the outs then, nothing that you wouldn't have expected. Martin Taylor-Crossdale, MTC, joined Carlisle at the end of his loan, where he was somewhat successful, 4 in 12, so scoring 1 in 3 with a 6.78. They've bought him, they had to pay the 6.5k fee, but he is worth 22.5, so I'm sure they've got a bit of a deal, I think, there. And Hubert Glasiak joined, moved back to Poland for 4.4 grand a week, so you can't really argue with that. And we'll keep an eye out on him because I would like to bring him back to the club. He was an absolute hero in those 3 seasons. So, yeah, all the best to him in the first league in Poland, where it hasn't gone particularly well, to be honest. He's played 4 games, conceded 6, and got an average of 6.38. So, we may see him back sooner rather than later. In terms of released players, we haven't released anyone from the senior team that you didn't expect last time, which is fine. Youth players, we let quite a lot of youth players go. None of them were up to any good. Gardner Beasley is probably the one I'm most upset about, purely because of his surname. I think it's an amazing surname. A double-barrel Gardner Beasley. I quite like. But that's all the transfers that are done. We have 1 transfer ongoing at the moment, which is for goalkeeper Casper to be moving to Swindon for £5,000, which I would take. He's nowhere near the first team now. He's listed for loan. He's transfer listed. We've got the 2 goalkeepers are Will Dennis and Jake Turner, wherever he is. There he is. As our keepers, Casper is nowhere near the level of them, so more than happy to move him on. And as I still go, and I'm starting to lose my breath, Plymouth, we beat them 1-0. Baloney got the goal on his debut 10 minutes into it. A comfortable win in the end against Plymouth. Really good performance. And we're lining up today against QPR, which we'll do, and then that'll be the end of the episode. Now, because we've already been in League One once already last season and we didn't get promoted, we will probably not be having too many episodes in this season because I just want to get League One over and done with. When it gets interesting or there's really big games and stuff like that, we'll come back. Probably come back, so it's always a league and then a cup game of some sort of description. But we'll see how it gets on. But let me know down below, what do you think of the transfers? Who do you think is going to be the key player out of these signings? I think, and do you agree that this is our best transfer window we've had so far on the save? I think it is. And we still haven't spent any money. And really annoyingly now, there's no rumours of taking over stuff. There's no rumours of selling. There's nothing like that. So Jay is going to be around. More annoying, they cancelled the youth facilities, right? They cancelled it and then immediately said, we're going to reinvest in the youth facilities. So they were looking at places of how they could improve it, said it wasn't possible, and then said, oh no, we are actually going to revamp the youth facilities, which is a bit annoying. Still can't find a senior affiliate. And really, really annoying, if we go to facilities, they are still searching for a site to plan. And because we didn't, basically, we have to have a 5,000 seater stadium, but we've activated a delay. Because we're still one of the favourites to go down, basically the league have given us dispensation to say, yeah, you don't need to build that stadium now because it's likely that you're actually going to get relegated again, and we don't want you to have a stadium that you can't afford if you're going to be in a league below, which is fine. But that's where the game annoys me a little bit, because we finished in the playoffs last year, and it's very, very annoying. We are second favourites to go down. If I was a betting man and you could bet on things in Football Manager, I would put 10 quid on us to go up, because that's ludicrous. 725 to 1, according that we finished in the playoffs last year. That is absolutely ludicrous, and I think we will be up there thereabouts again, playoffs or maybe straight in promotion. I'm confident this season that we are going maybe not up to the Championship, but we're going to make much more of a fist of it as staying with those front runners as the season progresses. And that's what I think. Dynamics-wise, everything is still very good. Team cohesion is not the best, obviously, with the new signings we've brought in. Genuinely, I've got support from everybody. Annoyingly, Eric and Ann and Boateng don't support me at the moment, but I'm not that fussed about it. They'll get on side eventually. Yeah, really good. Oh, we renewed. It didn't come in the transfer window for this year because it was done last year, but we renewed Kokobinski's loan. So we've got quite an Argentinian force in midfield now, but Kokobinski is still there, and Weston as well got renewed from Montpellier. I may have mentioned them in the last episode, but I've had all week to do this transfer window. I've taken it seriously. I've gone out and we've scouted loads and loads of people. There may be a couple more signings coming in, but I'm not going to give anything away and spoil anything, because if I can pull them off, they will be ridiculously good. So good that Eric and Ann will probably go out on loan. I say good. It all depends on obviously how they play. But Eric and Ann will probably go out on loan because one of them is a striker. One of them is a winger. And I don't know if we'll be able to get him in. Obviously it doesn't suit the formation we play, but you can play an attacking midfield, so it'll be another option to put in there, along with Charsley and Yandanda, so it'll be very interesting. But that's enough of my waffle. Let's get into the game against QPR, and you guys can just... The question of the day is obviously let me know what you think about the transfers in the comments below. I think they're very good. But here we go then, playing QPR, who obviously we absolutely annihilated 8-1 or whatever it was. Last season we beat them 8-1 and 3-1, I think, so... form is on our side. I don't think there's any changes we need to make. I think I'm going to stick with the same team, which is Dennis in goal, Costanzo, Luznik. Did I show you Luznik? We signed him a couple of seasons ago from Man United, and he's come in to sort of play that. I might just bring... No, let's bring Humphreys back in, because Humphreys deserves to be in there, really. Ashby at left back, left centre back, Byram and Clampin as the wing backs, Kokobinski and Ionita in midfield, Charsley linking up with Stansfield and Belloni up front, which is good. Look at this strength through the middle here, it's incredibly good. So let's get into the game and see how we get on. Humphreys is lacking a little bit of fitness, but I'm sure he'll be okay to play in that libero role. QPR, one of the favourites to go up this year. Wow, that's a haircut. They've got, we sold QPR someone, didn't we? Who did we sell? Lapsley. There he is, Tom Lapsley. Satisfied with his game time. Oh, he's transfer listed. He played 5 times for them. So, no, he didn't. He didn't play for them at all. Wow, okay. That is £50,000 well spent, QPR. Well done. And now he's transferred for 10k. So, wonderful. Well done, QPR. Into the dressing room we go. Is the pressure off? No, I'm going to say... Actually, yeah, let's go and cause... Assertively, let's go and cause an upset. Let's go and cause an upset. We want to beat QPR. Let's cause an upset. So, here we go. Ross can say who we want to kick. And the game is afoot and underway. They're starting on attacking. I think we're going to start on cautious then for this one, as we are the away team and they are playing a very attacking formation, which could exploit our 3 at the back, to be honest. Having 2 very high wingers could exploit it. Forces our wing backs back into more of a defensive position like this, which is a little bit annoying. They're playing out from the back, but Ionita has got in there. He's into the box, he shoots, and Cutler touches it past the post. Very good start from Folkestone. 1 shot on target, one shot, 1 on target. I was going to say 1 shot on target, 1 goal, but that would be a lie. Ashby's beaten in the air. Stansfield keeps it alive for the Black and Amber Army, and that's a pretty terrible cross, in all honesty. So, yeah, not much to say about that, really. Are we back on what we should be? 2D Classic Extended Highlights, yes. Throw in. Oh, and I've gone through and done all my set pieces and stuff, set piece takers and things like that. So penalty takers, throw-in takers, free kick takers, all of that stuff is now set up and good to go. Dadashov is up front for QPR today. Back across, Humphreys wins the header. Charsley's there into Kokobinski, and we've got a chance to move forward. Kokobinski runs forward. On the left-hand side, he's got space. Ionota finds him. Clampin puts it back across. Byram's there! Sam Byram! The guy who used to play for Norwich. I'm a big fan of Sam Byram, I always have been, and even in real life as well. Kokobinski here just laid it off to Ionita, who put that ball through to Clampin. I mean, I don't know why Kokobinski didn't just do it, but it's all the way across, one wing back to the other, and Sam Byram gets his first goal of the season and puts us 1-0 up against QPR in a fantastic performance. Lovely goal as well, really good to see. And QPR are coming forward again. Ossie Samuel, though, straight into the box, and he shoots. That's easy for Will Dennis in goal, and I'm going to give them some praise for going 1-0 up away at QPR. Lovely stuff. Clampin with the throw-in into Ionita, back to Clampin. Back to Ionita again, into Charsley. Harry Charsley, I think that was a shot. And it was pretty terrible. So, again, less said about that. Probably the better. Thank you to a new Patreon. I've got to say this as well because I forgot to do it the other day. Thank you to James Hamilton, who is new Patreon. You will be getting, and everybody else in the Patreon chat, that's a good block. And everyone in Patreon who isn't a member of the backroom staff will be getting named after a regen when we get some decent regens coming through. Thank you very much for your contribution. It is absolutely wildly appreciated. And thank you for the support to the channel. That is absolutely lovely. But let's get back to the game against QPR. 20 minutes in and we still are 1-0 up. Stansfield brings that ball down really well and turns his man. He gets past Earl. He has got the new striker in the middle. He lays it back. Kokubinski, the shot's blocked. Stansfield will pick it up. Can he square it? He does. Baloney. Charsley. Oh, it's a save by Cutler. Oh, and it's kept out. It was a good little move. I think we're looking for Baloney in the middle. That's a load of baloney. That will come out a lot. Will Dennis out to Ashby. We are still trying to build from the back. Good ball out to goal scorer Sam Byram. Stansfield's made a good run, but Byram ignores it. Holds on to the ball. Lays it back into Ionita. Into Charsley. Charsley to Clampin. Clampin beats his man. Gets a shot. Oh, the two fullbacks or the two wingbacks have scored absolutely wonderful goals. Charsley with the assist on this one. And Clampin has scored a goal which you would think the keeper should be saving because it's looked like it went in his near post up high. But Clampin here just use a little bit of acceleration. Absolute bullet shot past Cutler, and we are 2-0 up with 25 minutes gone in what is a fantastic performance so far. It is a corner to QPR though, just a minute after we scored that goal. Passmore puts it in and there's a header. But I see Samuel has scored on a second play of a corner, which is something quite common in Football Manager. The AI scoring from like the second ball of a corner is quite common, but that's a wonderful volley and it's very quickly turned around to be 2-1 and giving QPR a way back into the game. Dennis though, back to Ashby. He likes this ball out here to Byron, but he's gone up to Ionita now, into Clampin. Now, I know last year we said the attacking midfielder wasn't getting very good ratings and it was hard to improve them. However, now we actually have two central midfielders behind him that can pass the ball, and it does get Charsley on the ball a lot more, and his ratings have improved as they're Humphreys and Costanzo just playing that between each other. Here is Charsley, back to Ionata, into Byram. Byram into the box again, lays it. Stansfield blocked. Charsley shoots over the bar. Not bad at all. We are playing well, and I am happy, but them getting a goal back is annoying. I need to ball in, and Cutler comes in, claims it. I'm just wondering if we can just shout, maybe get creative to them. Dobbin into Dadashov. QPR throwing men forward now. Back into Dobbin, and he scores, and it's 2-2 just like that. QPR showing their class on the counter. Yeah, it's good. It was a good catch from Cutler in goal. He launched it out to Dobbin. Dobbin just sort of played it off to Dadashov and then waited and made this run. Humphreys didn't quite follow him, and Dobbin put it in past Dennis. And it's 2-2 now back at Loftus Road. Do they still play at Loftus Road, QPR? I think they do. But with 5 minutes to go until half time, can we just get in front again? Kokubinski fires it in towards the back post. Hodges gets it away. Charsley into Ionita. Ionita back out. Good ball to Kokubinski. Kokubinski holds it up into Ashby, the centre back. That's a shot, and that's why you're a centre back and not a centre forward. But again, a draw with QPR isn't a bad result. It's nearly half time. Passmore puts it in. Dadashov heads it past the post. We are marking tightly in the box around corners, and at the moment it's going okay for the first ball. It's just when that second ball comes down, that's when they were in a bit of trouble, to be honest. But half time, 2-2. I mean, we were 2-0 up, so it is a little bit annoying. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win it, and then passionately there's a lot more to come again. But I think we've had an amazing transfer window. I think we're playing well. They've changed to a 4-2-3-1, so we're going to go back to balanced. Now, I'll say Samuel looks to get Raz. Clampin does get to the byline, but Clampin puts a tackle in and wins a goal kick as well. That's all lovely, jubbly stuff. What have we got? Stansfield not playing brilliantly. Ashby not playing brilliantly. Costanzo not playing brilliantly. But I think their ratings will go up because we're playing... they've now changed formation, which is odd because it was actually working reasonably well. We'll do Stansfield off. We'll bring on Weston up there to play. Could bring on Eric Anand, but I prefer Weston. Bit more of a goal scorer in my mind. We could bring on Luznig as well for maybe Costanzo, who is he's flirting between a 6.5 and a 6.4, so I think we will do that. Costanzo off and Luznig on into that right-sided centre-back role, and then we'll just ask a little bit more from them as well to try and get their focus up, which is what happens. But it's been a quiet second half. Estupiñano into Scowen. Scowen put under pressure by Byram into Passmore. Passmore to Cooper. Cooper out to Hodges. They've worked this well on the left-hand side. Also, Moore shot pretty crap, to be honest. Wasn't even troubling Dennis that much. As Dennis will take this short, I'm sure, because we like to play out from the back. There we go. Ashby goes long, looking for Baloney, who is tall, and that's a wonderful first touch. Baloney beats his man, shoots from range, and Cutler with a bit of an easy save. I could drop back down to cautious. I feel like we were hitting them a bit more on the counter, playing cautious. Looking at ratings and stuff to see if there's another change I want to make, but at the moment, no. Humphreys with a good header. Ionita can't get there. Cooper into Hodges. Great tackle from Ionita, who is then robbed again by Hodges into Samuel. I say Samuel back across. Dadashov probably should do better, and I'm going to go back to balanced because I didn't like that first highlight I saw after going to cautious. Byram and Clampin both knackered but are playing well, so I don't really want to take them off. But there's a throw in for QPR. Hodges, Thompson, blocked by Clampin. They've gone back to this very attacking formation, which is an absolute killer. I don't know what to do when they play this. Off the line from Ashby. We're going to fight fire with fire and go positive in the last 3 minutes. Let's see if we can get some men forward and hit them on the break as they go very attacking. They're not going to be too worried about their defensive duties playing this 4-2-4 very attacking formation. So hopefully we could just go Humphreys in here to Charsley and go on the attack. We have gone straight into Charsley there. Back to Humphreys. Out to the left-hand side, but nothing comes of it. And I think that might be the game unless we can nick a winner here. But we've thrown it straight to Dobbin. Kokobinski's won it back. Weston puts a cross in. Baloney. Oh, it's full time as the keeper catches it. Great entertainment in that game. 2-2. We throw away a 2-0 lead. But I am happy because that's a tough place to go, QPR. They are one of the favourites to go up. And it keeps us in the monks. That's 4 points from 2 games. I'm happy with that. We're level with QPR, who won their first game as well. But we hold QPR to a draw, which is good. I mean, they did have many more shots than us. And Clampin with a goal and an assist, which was very, very nice. Good tackles, good key headers as well. So, next up then, I'm not really fussed about the EFL Trophy group stage. If we get through, we get through, and if we don't, we don't. I'm not that fussed about it. Maybe Crewe and Bolton, because we do have a bit of a rivalry with Crewe. Or if Mansfield are still up near the top, as they are at the moment, then we'll do Mansfield and Crewe. It'll be someone around that Crewe game, I think, is when we will come back. So thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. Thank you to all the patrons that support that channel. Support the channel just that little bit extra. Thank you all for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe. You don't know how much it helps the channel out for every like and comment that the video gets. It widens the search and the visibility of the video to other people that might not find the channel. So thank you for all your comments, all your interactions, all your likes, all your retweets, all your likes on Twitter, and of course, all you subscribers and patrons. Thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.